All right, welcome to the long run. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
And this is our live stream for the month of February, and we just barely got it in under the wire. If it hadn't been a leap year, we wouldn't have done a live stream this year.
That's right. We needed that extra day this year, apparently.
So welcome to our live stream, and what are we talking about today?
Somebody forgot to silence his phone. Hold on.
Yeah, it was me.
Yeah. Okay. What we're talking about today is some very extreme things that people have done to save money. We did get this from an article that is linked in the description. So if you want to follow along or you want to see what else, because we may not get to all of them today. So be sure to check it out so that you can see all these things. Oh, yay. Hey, Cecilia. Anyway, we were just introducing our topic, which is extreme things that people have done to save money. Like I hinted in the thing, one of these things we have done. I don't consider all of the things that are on this list like crazy extreme, but some of the things are definitely crazy extreme.
Yeah.
I would not recommend.
No.
We do want to note before we start that one, I put up a post saying that like we've lost some subscribers recently. It's probably YouTube just doing their little cleaning out thing. So anyway, sometimes when they're doing their little clean out, they clean out channels that actually or people that actually wanted to be subscribed. And so if you look down and you don't see that you're subscribed, and you want to be subscribed, and also hit the notification bell because it's supposed to tell you when we have videos.
Yep.
I don't think it always does, but it's supposed to. All right. And also we want to note that in March, our little Minnie is going to be born in March, and when that happens, we're going to jump in a car and head over there to be there. Hopefully we won't miss it. Because they live several states away. And then also we will find out whether or not we're going to be moving in March. And so we may spend some of March like house hunting if we decide that we are moving. And so we may do some of our videos as live streams if y'all are okay with that.
Yep.
It really is put that up there so people know what I'm saying. Yeah, it really is. Yeah. It really is getting close. It's just a couple of weeks to the due date. So yeah, very, very close. And so some of it, we may do live streams if I just don't have time to edit out all of our videos. So yeah, if you see more live streams from us in March, it's just because I ran out of time. So, live streams are easier to, like you do a little research ahead of time, but you don't have to do any editing after. It's just there. So,
yep.
But anyway, are we ready to start doing some weird stuff here?
Jump into it.
Oh, and I don't see Sam in the chat yet, but she suggested that she might need to drink something if this stuff gets really weird. And I said, y'all are welcome to have a drinking game. We'll be drinking water. Or I will be. I don't know what he's drinking. Anyway, every time we say, ew, you are welcome to take a sip of water or whatever you have. All right, let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Oh, wait. Hey, Leisure. Okay. Want to take the first one?
Sure. And this first category is the many ways of saving money on your looks. Now...
Oh, y'all be sure to tell it, would you do these things?
We'd love to tell us in the chat, would you do these things? Yeah. The first thing is shave your head.
Now, Joel shaved his head.
I don't know if I would do that.
But the person who was saying this was a woman.
Yeah. She said, I've gone without hair to save money. I shaved my hair as a way to save time and money when I was a single mom. 17 years later, and I still shave it, mostly because I'm used to it. And not so much for the money, but every time I think about growing it out, I do think about the money I'll have to start spending. So yeah, I mean, for me, it was there for a while. I just had a little horseshoe with a little hair down here. and they was charging me $20 for a haircut, and that was just too much. So I did shave mine off. It's been about 3 years now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, you could always have somebody else shave it or something. Give you a regular haircut if you wanted to, but we weren't comfortable with that. He felt more comfortable just shaving it off than having me cut his hair,
Yep.
which I agree. I'm gonna say, Leisure. I like my hair. Like I feel like that's my best feature, and it would be like wrong to shave it off. I don't think I could do it.
All right, number next. Get more days out of your makeup by not washing your face. Huh. Okay.
I think that could cause a lot of problems, like with acne and some other issues leaving your makeup on. So I don't think so. Are you? Gray can be so beautiful. It's very on trend apparently now. Anyway, I think that not cleaning your makeup off every day would cause a lot of skin problems. So I would not recommend that.
Yep.
At least some water and a towel.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right.
Yep.
The next one says skip the cap and gown on graduation day. When I graduated from San Diego State University, I found out it was going to cost me $60 for a graduation cap and gown. I didn't have the money and didn't think to ask family to chip in, so I wore a suit instead. I looked and felt so stupid on graduation day, and literally the only person not dressed up as a graduate, and have ever regretted it since. Have regretted it ever since. But I did save $60. So yeah, I don't know that a lot of colleges require you to be at graduation anymore. So I mean, you could skip it altogether, and
yeah. But high school, high school,
well, sure.
Yeah, I would have wanted to be in my cap and gown.
Yeah, I think they would require that.
Couldn't afford the haircut. Yeah, they just letting it go long, and like from following, I was like, I let mine go 9 months to a year between each haircut. I'm not saying the beauticians like that, but I do it.
Yeah.
The last couple of them haven't said anything though. They're just like, well, you have a lot of hair. They don't say anything.
Yep.
So, but it's not to save money. I just am not like a person who really enjoys the experience. And I like it. Like usually when I'm letting my hair grow out, like there will be a few, like maybe a month where it just don't look all that great, where it looks a little shaggy. And then all of a sudden it like gets to the right length again, where it's looking long and instead of, shaggy. So it almost always, I can almost always go 9 months to a year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was a kid in the 70s, but I believe you're right. Yeah.
There's Sam.
Hey, Sam, did you bring your Canadian iced wine? Is that what you called it? You missed, let's see, a couple.
Shave your head.
Shave your head, male or female, shave your head. And then
don't
wash your face for 2 or 3 days to get the makeup off. Leave it on.
Skip cap and gown.
And then skip the cap and gown at graduation. So, and the next one is very connected to the one about shaving your head off. It was cut your own hair. I tried to cut my own hair before and it didn't turn out well. So I'm not one of those that's going to experiment with it. I'd rather go 9 months to a year not getting my hair cut and then get a person who's actually been trained to do it to fix it. Mm-hmm. So that's me. Okay.
Not yet. Okay.
Yet. We'll see.
The next one, you did cut your own hair, right?
Yeah, I did that.
The next one is don't go to the mall for 2 years.
Oh, by the way,
okay.
Sam, and anybody else that's listening that hadn't said that you're in the chat yet, feel free to tell us in the chat if you would do these things.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Don't go to the mall for 2 years.
Don't go to the mall for 2 years.
You know what? We've hardly been inside of a mall in 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's all that strange anymore.
Yeah.
Though when we lived in Houston, Joel worked in a mall Chick-fil-A restaurant. So, and it was only like a mile from our apartment. So we actually went there a lot.
Yep.
But here, we haven't been into a mall in a really long time. I don't know if it's been 2 years.
We go to outlet areas and strip malls and stuff like that.
Outlets or strip malls, yeah.
So if you want to include that, I think the point here is don't go shopping. She didn't go shopping for like 2 years. Kind of in that vein. So
right.
Didn't step inside a mall for 2 years about 12 years ago.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. Just for Bath and Body Works. Yeah. I really struggle in Bath and Body Works because I'm really sensitive to smells, and there's a lot of smells going on in there. So I don't go in there very much. So
do I look tired?
I go to the mall every week. Great indoor exercise. Yes. I think that's a great place to like. And when Joel used to work there at that Chick-fil-A restaurant mall, I used to go in there and just walk around. Yep.
Yeah. Do I look tired?
He could be. Also, I don't know if y'all know his story, but he had
Bell's palsy.
Bell's palsy. So occasionally
this
you'll
eye
see
droops. So you see that eye droops, and this part of my mouth kind of droops a little bit too still. So
yeah, and so if he is tired, you'll see more of that happening on that side of his face, the drooping.
But I have been up since about 3:30 this morning. I had to go to work at 5:30 at 6.
I didn't know.
I've
been up.
But yeah, I'm yawning too. So I mean that's pretty much every day. I yawn all the time. So
yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Mall walking.
So yeah,
yes.
I may after about number 30, I may just take a nap over here and let y'all carry on.
Yeah. Okay. Candles. You go into Bath and Body Works for the candles?
Yeah.
You are still very handsome.
Oh, thanks.
Oh. Work hard, many hours.
Yep.
He does.
All right. What's the next one? Next one is
and trains for marathons when he's not at work. So
yeah.
He's crazy.
Keep your shoes together with Scotch tape. I've never done it with tape. Never done that before. I have worn shoes that have been flopping around. I've never taped them up. I have known people that have taped them up with electrical tape, the black tape,
but
never
better.
It holds better, but not Scotch tape. I think that would break pretty easily. So I have known people that have done that. People at my work have done that. They have tried to tape the front of their shoes up with Scotch tape because the soles are coming apart. Just told them, hey, just go buy you some new shoes, man. We pay you money go buy you some shoes, bro.
They do have to wear special shoes at work though that are slip resistant, so that's they're probably not wanting to have to go buy those.
Yeah. The next one is use hotel shampoos. We do that.
Now wait a minute. Let's read what they wrote.
Okay.
We wait until the hotel cleaning person has abandoned the cart, and then we rate it for shampoo, conditioners, and etc. We don't take all of it though, just 4 or 5 bottles at a time.
Yeah, we don't do that.
No.
But whatever's put in the room, if we have stuff left over, then we take that.
Yeah. And just to keep it from becoming a thing, every once in a while when I run out of my regular shampoo bottle, I will use up whatever of those little hotel shampoos and conditioners that we have before I buy another bottle for the regular stuff. Exactly, Cecilia. That's why I said let's read what they wrote, because that is not the same thing. Like what is in your room was part of your hotel cost, but what's out there in the cart is not, and that's stealing. Yep. So I agree, that's stealing.
Yep.
Okay. Heard that. No, I take it home but never use it. Yeah, that's like I said, like I did that before we moved from Houston to here. I had like a stockpile of the little hotel shampoos. And so I said, I don't want to move all those. So when I ran out of my regular shampoo, I sat there, I used every one of those hotel shampoos until they were gone. So that I wouldn't have to move them. So
yeah.
I don't have a ton right now because I guess we haven't traveled as much or something. I don't know. I don't have a lot.
No, because now when we go to Tennessee, we stay with Michael and Megan. So we don't get a lot.
Yeah, we don't get as many as we used to. So. Yeah. All right.
All right. Next one is wear your contacts for a long time. Now, I used to do this. This person says, this is absolutely terrible. I wear my 2 to 3 week contacts 4 weeks longer. I used to do that. I used to take, I wear 30-day lenses, 30-day contacts, and they're, I have to take them out every day. I can't sleep in them. And when I first got them back in the day, I'd wanted to make them last longer, so I would wear them up to 2 months. But what I found out is my eyes start itching. Actually, the ones I have in right now, if you see me messing with my eyes, it's already started itching after 28 days. So I do stick to the 30-day thing now. But I mean, if they're not bothering you, then that may not be a bad thing. They don't bother your eyes after a certain amount of time. But yeah, you do have to watch out for those eye infections because they will come back to bite you.
Yeah. I don't wear contacts yet. We considered getting me contacts last year, and then I was like, oh, I'll just use these transition lenses. And I didn't realize that it would be a problem when I try to wear eye makeup because I can't see to put the makeup on because I have my glasses on. So if I had contacts on, I'd be able to tell where I was putting the eyeliner. So like I would try to put it on and then I put the glasses back on and look in the mirror and be like, oh yeah, no, I can't walk out like that. But anyway, they wanted me to use dailies because they don't think that I should wear them every day because I work too much on a computer. So I definitely wouldn't have needed to be wearing them 2 to 3 weeks straight. So okay. He always thought that he wouldn't be able to. He always thought that he wouldn't be able to do it, and because he rubs his eyes. But for some reason, when he puts his contacts on, he doesn't rub his eyes. Isn't that weird? Let me go back up here for a minute. Joel works on call, and so he just got a phone call and had to walk away for a minute. All right. That is true too. You can send the shampoos and conditioners to shelters. Yes. All right. Let's see. We'll go on to the next one. He's all the way upstairs now. Live in a super cheap living condition. I lived with a couple and another guy in a cramped house. I shortly learned that they were extremely frugal themselves and didn't use their AC or heat. Chicago winters are brutal and heat is necessary. I had so many terrible nights of sleep, and worst of all, I felt like I was being taken advantage of. I was paying to live in the house that I was totally miserable in, and they never thought to tell me that they don't use the AC. Anyway, so very cheap living conditions. Would you do that? I think, it's according to how, like, if you're in a serious financial situation, living with other people and stuff may be the way to go, Hopefully they'll use their air conditioner, which is what the person said.
Oh, yeah.
Or their heat. They live in Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah. He thought he would have a problem with that, but for some reason, when he puts his contacts in, he doesn't touch his eyes. Yeah. If he didn't have them in right now, he'd probably be rubbing them.
Yep.
Yeah. You just never know. He did, like, one son, the first time he got contacts, like, I don't know if it was the very next Sunday, he went and he was about to get up and preach in front of the church, and all of a sudden he steps back into the back, and it was because he had touched the contact lens and made it loose. Do you remember that? Mm-hmm. He was readjusting it right before.
Yep.
Like, no, I don't have my glasses with me.
Yeah. And I guess as far as that goes, the cheap living conditions, we haven't turned our heat on. Did you say that?
No, I haven't said that.
We haven't turned our heat on all winter.
Yeah. She hasn't used her AC. We haven't touched our heat. And it was like 80 degrees today. So I don't, barely needed here. So, but the air conditioning would be a struggle for sure. All right, let's see. Move your whole family into your parents' basement.
Okay.
Well, no, we haven't done that, but not into a parent's basement, but we have moved in multiple times with Joel's family.
Yeah.
Like in between churches that we served.
Yeah.
And I meant and they didn't have a basement, they had a 3-bedroom house. So we were like us and our kids and yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're grateful that they had the room for us, but and we weren't the only it was like Joel. If Joel and I weren't there, then one of his sisters and their family was there. They almost always had one of their kids' family in their house.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but anyway, like I said, we're grateful they had that because it was a blessing several times, and it did keep us from having to pay rent for a little while.
Yep, so. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is save money on rent by having interesting roommates. This person said, I rented a room in a house with 4 other guys. This was a girl.
Yep.
I rented a room with 4 other guys who had band practice every night until about 2 a.m. Oh, and I shared a room with an eel.
An eel.
Okay.
EEL, if y'all weren't sure what we're saying.
In my closet, who wasn't my eel. I lasted a year. My rent was only $200. So, yeah, I suffered to save a few bucks. Rent in the area at that time for a room was about $500. Wow.
An eel. Wow, eel. That would be, I would struggle with living in a room with an eel for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. The next one.
Go to the bathroom in a jar or a bottle instead of using the toilet. Yeah, no.
You know, the thing is, I don't think that it was a money thing, but like, you know, back in the old days, and by old days, I mean like for my grandparents, it was like the 70s and 80s. My grandmother kept a can in her bedroom so that she wouldn't have to go all the way through the house to the bathroom in the middle of the night. And that's why when people pronounce pecan different than we do, I go,
yeah.
Because that's what I think of. Because
we know what a pecan is.
Because it was like a Folgers can. And a lot of people did that back in the days when there were outhouses because they didn't want to have to go out in the cold.
Yep.
So they would have a can in their house, in their bedroom. So, I mean, I suppose it's not all that strange, but I wouldn't do it.
No. Yeah. No. And yeah. Then there's another one says where a guy only flushed his toilet once a week. Didn't matter what happened in his bathroom. He waited an entire week to flush it. Yeah, I know.
Yes, exactly. And that's one thing I was going to say was the thing Joel just said about not flushing the toilet no matter what was done in there for one whole week. That cannot be sanitary. That cannot be good for your health. So I agree that could possibly make you ill, and it's not a good idea to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be a no.
All right. So the next one is make your own toilet paper. Why? You still got I don't know. I don't get that. Okay. I make my own reusable toilet paper. Okay. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
living full time in the RV saves problems in the black tank, but saves money too. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. At first, when it said make your own toilet paper, I was thinking about how throwback to outhouse days, they used Sears Roebuck catalogs instead of
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't know. We haven't ever lived in an RV, so I don't know what they have to do. That's different.
Yeah.
We have talked about renting one before and just seeing if we thought we would like having one, but yeah, we've never done that. I don't know.
The next one, we kind of already touched on this one. Turn off the AC even in the heat. This person said, I refused to turn on the AC during the summer. My electric bill was so high in the month of July that I wanted to try and save some money by not using my air conditioner. I made it a month. Ended up sleeping on the tile floor a lot because it was cooler than my bed. Cut my bill down from $450 to $200 that month. Yeah, I wouldn't suggest not turning it on, but I would suggest raising it a little bit, which is what we do. We run it 75 at night and about 78 during the day, even in the summertime. So, and that keeps us plenty cool at night, especially since we have a fan running. But yeah, even if you up it a degree or two, your thermostat. I know there's some people that keep it on 68. I'm like, hey, no way that could happen. Anyway,
what, turning it down to 68?
Yeah, down to 68.
Oh, it would run all the time here.
Yeah,
all the time. It would never turn off.
Yeah.
Bob Wells, cheap RV living. Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out.
We haven't had the
here in South Texas. We haven't had
to use the heater. Right. Yeah. We came kind of close a couple of days where it didn't get above like 52 the whole day. And, like the chill in the house just never went away because it didn't get warm enough. Those were like, it was like 2 days where it was just like this chill.
Yeah.
Like, oh gosh.
Yep.
But we made it. We made it.
We did. Next one is freeze water bottles instead of using the AC. I used to freeze water bottles and put them in my bed at night during New York City summers because I was too cheap to buy an air conditioner. Okay. I think that would keep your bed wet once they started melting and started sweating. The bottle started sweating, but okay.
Yeah. Interesting. No, I wouldn't do that.
Nah.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
We do keep frozen water bottles in our
freezer.
In our freezer, though.
It's for hurricane season, so if anything, if the power got knocked out, then it would help keep the freezer cold, the things in the freezer cold longer.
Yep.
And also, if we took any out, it could be used as ice in the ice chest.
That's right.
But yeah, that's different.
Yep.
I don't think I would put them on my bed. I would rather just sleep like with my fan. My fan is, Yep.
The next one is get rid of paid TV completely to save money. Now, we've kind of done this in the past. We've always had satellite TV or streaming TV or something like that. And then about a year ago, we totally cut out the streaming TV. Like we had YouTube TV. Before that, we had Sling. We've done DirecTV, but we totally cut that out. So we don't have like a package deal that we have like we've had before. We get our local channels over the air with an over-the-air digital antenna.
Right, but this person also said Netflix and anything else you might pay for. We've never like completely.
We haven't gotten rid of everything. We just got rid of some things. So we probably cut our TV bill in about half because of that. Since we've done that, so and we keep threatening to get rid of some more of them. So we haven't done it yet, but we've threatened to.
Yeah, and we've also found that if you can do this little game where you switch around. Like you said, oh, I like Netflix for Stranger Things. Well, Stranger Things won't be back for another 2 years. So are you keeping Netflix for any other reason or just for Stranger Things? Because you can turn it off and then start it again in 2 years.
Yeah.
So we have done that some where we're like, okay, we saw that thing. Now we're done.
Yep.
So.
Welcome back.
Hey.
The next one is save money until you can fix things. And we kind of do that. We do talk about we do a lot of sinking funds that we have. They saved up to work on some electricity issues they had. We always, if you own a house, we always advise people to have a sinking fund for repairs and things like that. So yeah, that would be. I think that would be something we could do.
Though I will say they lived by running extension cords.
Yeah.
To half the house that the electricity wasn't working on. I don't know if that was necessarily the safest decision.
Yeah, we haven't done that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sam, I'm yawning again.
But same thing with the water heater. They wouldn't get it fixed until they could pay for it. And they said now they find that cold showers aren't so bad.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right. Yeah, we have with commercials, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. We recently had to change our package because we had been sharing our account with our son and daughter-in-law. Mm-hmm. So they cracked down on that, and we had to increase. We thought about like just telling our son and daughter-in-law like, oh, just pay for it, your own deal. But then we realized they would be paying more than if we just tacked on the little amount that you add to the package so that you can see it in more than one place.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
So we said we'll just tack on that little bit to what we're paying so that you can have it, because they would have paid more to. You know what I mean? We would pay less between all of us anyway.
Yep. The next one is limit the amount of stuff you have. This person says, I used to reuse coffee filters, but then I found out I could sew my own and made some, and now I just throw them in the washing machine. Okay.
All right.
Interesting. They also did a no-spend year that included Christmas and birthdays. Okay, and they have 3 kids. That's interesting.
Each person in our household, 2 adults, 3 kids, only have 5 outfits each, and everything came from thrift stores. If our 10-year-old daughter wants new used clothes, she has to pick out the item she wants to donate and only gets that many in place of them. We live in a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house with a garage for years, but last year we moved into a 2-bedroom apartment in an effort to force ourselves to limit the amount of stuff we own and purchase.
Yep.
That's a lot of things I just said.
Yep.
Okay, so the coffee filter, wow, that's interesting. I can't imagine what a sewn coffee filter looks like.
Yeah.
But we use a Keurig, and we have one of those reusable things so that we don't have to buy the pods. So we don't buy coffee filters anyway, but that's an interesting thought.
Yep.
And that's an interesting idea about keeping all of the clothes that everyone has down to 5 outfits. I mean, it actually would make a lot of sense and keep everything neater, more minimal.
Yep.
And, so, but I don't know, it might save money, but it might not, because that means that they wear through 5 outfits faster than if they had more. But yeah, it's an interesting thought.
Yeah. Next one is wash your clothes in a bucket. Believe it or not, that's the way people used to do things. In a wash tub.
Yeah, wash tub. They needed one of those little, what do you call it, washboard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that is something you could do if you want to do that.
Yeah.
But that takes time. It really takes
a lot of
time.
time.
If you have time to do it, then that's great. If not, then I think you're better off using the washing machine.
They've wait a minute, go back. They've also wrapped the free bread that restaurants provided in a napkin and took it home to have for breakfast the next morning. I don't know that that's necessarily, I don't know that we've ever done that, but I don't think that's necessarily a cringeworthy thing like they suggested, because
yeah,
it's already on your table. It's not like they can take the free bread back.
Yeah.
Like they're going to
They're
end
just going to
up
throw it out anyway.
Exactly.
Well, they better be throwing it out.
Exactly. They better not be putting back on somebody's plate. So yeah.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Anyway.
All right. Next one is hang blankets to prevent a draft. We lived in an old house, and the house settled there, and there are almost full inch wide gaps in the tops of the front doors, but the doors aren't the standard size for doors and would need to be custom made, which is of course super expensive. So instead of forking out the money to buy new doors, we used heavy blankets to hang behind the doors to prevent the draft. Weirdly enough, it worked. It looked ghetto, but it helped to get the house warm and keep the draft out, keep the heat bill low, and helped us avoid needing to buy new doors. Okay. Interesting.
I mean, I've known people who did that with blankets and stuff to close off the drafts. So
yeah, some people do that for curtains. They don't have to buy curtains, things like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one is sleep on an air mattress. Slept on an air mattress for my first several months living in Nashville. Eventually, a roommate felt bad and gifted me her bed once she bought a new one. I kept that bed until I turned 25. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Air mattress. Way to go.
That could work. Next, find your neighbor's coupons in the trash. Well, there you go. Going through your neighbor's trash. How about just go and ask your neighbor if they're not using their coupons out of their paper?
I mean, yeah, if you get, you might get to know your neighbor, and the neighbor would have.
I think you're a weirdo.
You. There you go through my garbage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Next one is one person's trash is another person's furniture. When I moved out of my dorm into an apartment for the first time, I couldn't afford furniture, so I raided the dorm discards after a move out day and scored a sweet papasan for our living room. Okay.
All right. So Joel's dad used to be the king of picking things up off the side of the road.
Yep. He would do that. He was a television repairman for a long time, and anytime he would see a TV on the side of the road, he would stop and pick it up. He'd take it back to his shop and see if he could fix it. Most times he could.
That's why Joel grew up with a TV in every single room in his house.
Yeah, because my dad knew how to take TVs that people didn't think they could fix and fix them up. Yeah. And so, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes you can find good furniture in places. Yep, fix it up. Yes. That is a good way to save money.
Yeah. It's amazing what some people, instead of like donating or something like that, they just like put it at the road.
Yep.
So
that's right. Next one is
painted it, upholstered, and sold it.
There you go. That's right. That's the way to do it.
All profit except for the paint, huh? Right. And the upholstery. Yep.
The next one is buy hundreds of gift cards to get free gas. We went to replace the windows in our old home from Lowe's. I made.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
Oh, her husband.
Oh, okay. Probably. Made her husband buy $8,000 worth of gift cards so I could get 6 free tanks of gas. The issue was that most of the gift cards were in $25 increments. I made him pay for the windows at Lowe's with a grocery bag full of $25 gift cards. Wow.
It took him an hour to cash out.
But she didn't pay gas for 6 months, for 2 months.
It crashed the computer a few times, but but I didn't pay for gas for 2 months. Hey, whatever works.
Yeah. Yeah, down your alleyway looking for finds, I guess. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I will say that, like, when we cash out on our rebate apps and stuff like that, so we'll get all these like gift cards and stuff like that. And Joel and I have been known to like stand at Walmart, like going, okay, this gift card, and then switch it to another one, this gift card.
Yep.
So I guess we've done it, but not to the tune of $8,000.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't blame them though.
That's
if you
right.
got $8,000 worth of gift cards and you got to pay for something that's $8,000, like, let's go.
That's right. And sometimes you've got gift cards, you can get them on sale. Like if we can get Disney gift cards at Sam's for, $100 gift card for like $96. So you're saving a little bit of money there by doing that.
And you can do that on Gift Card Granny and is it Ray's?
Ray's, yep.
Ray's changed the way they do it, I think. I think like it gives you credit or something, like cash back, like offer, like you don't get it's not just, oh, here's a discounted amount, is you're going to pay a full amount for the gift card and then get like cash back to use on your next gift card or something.
Yep.
So it's a little more challenging. We hadn't done that in a long time, but we used to buy gift cards on those websites all the time. So
Yep. Find things that are on sale. This person talks about buying a mattress out of the back of a white van in an industrial alley, and said that they watched the news for a few days after that to make sure no mattress stores had been robbed recently, but you got it over half off. So you can shop around and find things that are on sale. You can find those things. You can look at other places. You can look at refurbished things that are on sale, like the Mac that we're using right now for the live stream. We bought off a back market for less than half of what it would have been.
Now, they did say the mattress deal they were meeting the person was a Craigslist thing. So if you do Craigslist, be sure to not meet people in alleys and unmarked white vans. That
be careful.
Dangerous.
Be careful with that.
Yeah. Thursday on Christmas, you buy a $50 gift card and get yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Yeah, those are good deals those Christmas ones and stuff, they're so good. Back market, yes.
Yeah, we got the Mac off of back market. I couldn't be more pleased with it.
That's what we're using right now to stream with, is the one that he got off back market.
And the I don't know if you can see it or not, but the Peloton we have back here in the background, we got off of Facebook Marketplace. It's a $1,800 to $2,400 top of the line, their latest model Peloton. We got it for $600 because his wife bought it and never used it. Decided she wanted to do something else,
right,
as far as exercise go, and they listed it for $600 and we swept it up. So
and it also came with the shoes, and weights and all those accessories that you would have to pay extra above the price of the Peloton for. So again, Facebook Marketplace is like Craigslist in that you want to make sure you're not meeting somebody in a dark alley in an unmarked white van.
That's right. Yeah, so do look for those sales, especially with those gift cards. You can find some deals. You can buy some deals somewhere for those.
By the way, it's good to see you under the median. Hope you're healing up nicely from your arm injury. All
right, let's look at next. Give a toilet seat for a birthday present. I didn't get this far in the list, so these were just as shocking to me as they are to you.
Yeah, I have not fully looked at this list, and he has not fully looked at this list.
Give a toilet seat for a birthday present. This person says we lived a mixed blessing type life growing up. We had good times. We certainly had rough times. I remember seeing my dad roll change from his bedroom jar to try to make payroll. Then one year I received a toilet bowl seat for my birthday. Things we needed for the house were also my birthday presents. I was so broke in college I would not walk, but rather run to any and all free food. Today I'm almost 40, live comfortably better than I ever dreamed of myself, and still, if I see free food or any leftovers, I will take it all and devour it as if it were my last meal. All right.
Sassy.
Heard.
That's good. It's good to hear you're doing better.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think one of the things that we've done over the past few years, is we started a Giftster list, and people put on there things that they want, not something we think they want. And so I look at some of our kids' lists sometimes, and it's things that they need for like their house, or like to wear, or they want a gift card to go buy something. And it's like, okay,
maybe, I wouldn't have thought of the fact that our son wants a new tool set.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
like
So
something that's practical.
That's kind of in the same
list.
vein of give them a toilet seat for a birthday present, because it's something that they needed, and it's something that that people need. So if you know what they know what they need, then you're more apt to be able to buy those things that they actually need and will actually use. And then they don't have to buy it. So we use Giftster, Giftster.
Yes. Giftster.
Giftster. Giftster. Giftster.
And what it does is you link, like you send an email invite to everybody that you want to be on that, to share their list. And then they put links to everything that they want. And then you can see it. Everybody else that's invited can see what was on their list. And then if you buy something, everybody can see that it was purchased except you, the person who added the wish list. That way it's still a surprise as to what they might get, because they don't know if somebody actually bought it.
Yeah.
So
that's right. Let's go pull up the app there. So this is kind of what it looks like. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Whoop.
Yeah.
And so that's my list at the top. The second list is the things that I've already gotten, and then there's ways I can add things as well. So, and then down here, we're on the live stream there. But down here at the bottom is where you can choose. If you want to shop for somebody, then you have all their names there. And you can shop for them there, because they'll have clickable links in the Giftster app that you can go right to Amazon or wherever it's sold.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be Amazon. It can be wherever you want. Our boys give us a list with clickable links, so we know. Yeah, exactly. And I find that's really helpful, like as you start to have grandchildren too.
Yeah.
Because it may be a long time since you bought little kids gifts, and they can make sure you're on the right track.
Yeah.
They're not like, oh, they want a Barbie doll and you have to figure out, you figure it out, because Giftster, absolutely, just spelled just like that, Sam.
Yep.
Hey, Sabrina. Thank you. Good to see you. Let's see.
All right, what's next? Skip the heat and use a
tea kettle.
Oh, tea kettle.
Wow. They wrote it as one word.
I do need to change these contacts.
They wrote it as one word, and so he's getting super confused over here.
Yeah. Skip the heat and use a tea kettle instead. We just moved to Scotland and saw that our electric bill was what it was going to be, so we haven't turned on the heat yet. I keep filling up a hot water bottle with warm water from our tea kettle and setting my feet on it. Okay. Yeah. I haven't used a hot water bottle. I don't think I've ever used a hot water bottle, but I know people that have.
And I think if you lived in Scotland, you might.
I might actually turn the heat on, though. But I don't. I live in Florida, and I don't have to turn the heat on during the wintertime. So.
What is this, putting your feet on something hot?
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. Instead, it'd be like, could we get some cold water bottles and put our feet on that?
Yeah, and I guess that kind of leads into the next one. Use a hot water bottle for heat, which we just kind of touched on that. You can use a hot water bottle for heat, and that is something you can do. So
Cold feet, yeah. Yeah. If my feet get cold, it's done for. I can't warm up to save my life once they're cold.
I wear socks pretty much 24/7. So
He does. Yeah, we knew that. Click on this. We knew that.
Yeah, that's right. Next is
This is fun.
use every last squeeze of toothpaste. Yeah, I mean, sure, absolutely.
You tell them what you do.
Well, I get it down as far as I can get it down, and then I give it to her to use the rest
You
of
so
it.
that I can use it for like 2 more weeks.
I don't know about 2 weeks.
I don't know that you're trying very hard. He's like, this doesn't have any more in it. I use it for like another week.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you have to like use the side of your counter and like put some weight on it.
Okay. Making me work for it.
But it's okay. Nothing gets wasted because.
Yep. Squeezing until I can't. There you go.
Exactly.
Next one is we use a space heater for heat and set our heat at 60 in the winter.
They live in Michigan, by the way.
Yeah, they live in Michigan. And I think we've done space heaters before. We've had space heaters in places, so we didn't have to turn on the heat. I know back in the day, growing up, we lived in an older house that had fireplaces and space heaters. We only used the fireplace in the kitchen, and we had space heaters in all the other rooms, and would only light those when it was time to, when we needed to, when we're going to be in those particular rooms. So yeah. Yep. So yeah, that's not a bad thing. But watch out for those space heaters though, because they will turn over and catch fire. So
yeah, that's with anything you have to be careful.
Yeah. This one kind of goes back to the one we mentioned earlier. If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. We don't flush the toilet until it's been used a few times. Here's the rule. I turn it the other way. If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. So there you go.
By the way, when he said we mentioned that one earlier, there was somebody who said that they don't flush their toilet, but like once a week, no matter what happens.
No matter what happens in it. They don't flush it for a week, regardless of what happens.
That one was, yeah.
Yeah, you can do that with shampoo, absolutely. Yep.
4 more times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
And we do that with hand soap. We make foaming hand soap with the regular hand soap. We take the regular hand soap and then we mix it
dilute it.
Yeah, we mix it like 3 cups of water to 1 cup of hand soap. And then it makes the foaming hand soap, and it lasts us for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Half water, half shampoo.
Yep. Yep. There you go.
All right.
Kind of already talked about this one a little bit too.
Did they move in with your parents or
Yeah.
spouse's parents? And we've already said
we
did that multiple times. We moved in with Joel's parents.
Yeah, in between churches and things. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Use the bathroom anywhere but home. Okay.
All right. This person would, where were they going? At school.
Yeah.
They would go at school, which was a 10-minute walk away from where they were staying, so that they didn't have to use the bathroom at home.
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. Seems like a lot of work, but okay.
Next is live in your car. In an effort to cut costs and avoid expensive dorm rooms, I lived in my car for my first year of college. Saved a good amount of money. Okay. Interesting.
Live in your car.
Yeah, if you have more than one person, it's going to be hard to live in your car, though. Even when one person, it's going to be hard to live in your car.
I keep forgetting that. Like I keep doing this and like one thumb. Okay. Yeah. Now that looks like a guy's name that was living in a car. So, you know.
He lived in a van down by the river. Next is kind of a variation of the one we've already talked about. Move your whole family into your parents' spare bedroom, which is kind of what we did. They had a couple bedrooms that we used.
Yeah, they had 2 bedrooms, thankfully. Yeah.
Next is rethink your travel.
Bob Wells. Gotcha.
We're going to have to check him out.
Yeah, I know, right? I need to write it down.
Bob Wells.
Bob Wells. Okay.
Next, after graduation, a friend and I took a cross-country road trip to Yellowstone. My friend worked with the park system for the summer before getting ready to go to grad school.
He's trying to decide how much of this he needs to read.
Yeah.
It's a long paragraph. You take a bus. So where is he going with this?
Don't know. We took a bus from West Yellowstone to Los Angeles, where I had a college friend attending law school at Pepperdine, living in a dorm room on Malibu Beach. So while saving money, I also got to live on the beach. Oh, you stay with a person in their dorm room.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can do hostels across the United States. I mean, that's the thing people do. If you want to rethink your travel, instead of staying in hotel rooms, you can find sometimes cheaper places to stay if you kind of do your homework there. We've never done that, but
it looks like he also hitchhiked.
Yeah.
It also looks like he hitchhiked.
I don't know how much of a thing hitchhiking is anymore, but back in the 70s and 80s, it was pretty big. That was a pretty big deal.
Yeah. And yeah, my brother did that several times with just hitchhike.
Yeah. Yep.
Find new ways to skip storage fees. Where is he? That's
London.
That's in London. So I don't know if that's relatable to us, but
I think if you want to skip storage fees, get rid of the stuff you don't need, and maybe you don't need a storage. You don't need a storage facility to.
It might be time to
store
declutter.
your things in. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking today about how I have a couple of things out in the garage that I was like, I think I need to say goodbye to those things. I probably don't need them anymore, and my kids would probably appreciate it.
Let's skip on down to this one.
Okay. Grocery money.
Yeah, it's 4:00. We gotta.
Yeah.
We'll get to some of these. All right, so we're gonna skip down to the grocery money saving tips. Fill your name brand cereal box with an off brand. People do that all the time. Look high or low. Don't look at eye level, because that's where the most expensive items are normally going to be. Look for your bagged items for your off-brand. Off-brand things. So
looking at the rest of the paragraph, it looks like what she's saying is her husband doesn't like generic cereal, and so she would keep the box and then dump the generic into a brand name box so that he didn't know he was eating generic.
It does. A lot of carbs. Yeah, a lot of sugars. A lot of things,
we don't ever buy cereals like that. You wouldn't know it because I got Rice Krispies up there.
It's right over there. But right over there, across where I keep the extra money, the change cup is right across from that. Because y'all know where that is. I pointed out on the last live stream. It's right over here, and then the cereal is right over there.
Okay, I'm out. You'll know why we have Rice Krispie cereal in our Monday video.
Yeah, coming up video. Be ready to watch it.
Monday video. Yeah. But normally we do not have cereal.
Find free food is the next one.
Wait a minute. rent a sofa in people's houses
Yeah.
while traveling.
That used to be a thing.
For a cooking video. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you can find, buy one, get one, and things like that.
Forget your change cup. I'm coming for you.
I got plenty of that. I know where the stash is. That's why I tell people all the time when they come up a little sheepishly and say, "Can I have a couple of extra Chick-fil-A sauces?" I say, "Yeah, absolutely. If you need any more, just come see me. I know where the stash is. So I know where we keep it." So yeah.
Yes, they sure do.
Yep. That's
Okay.
right. Find free food. You can find like some deals where you buy a sandwich, you get a sandwich free, things like that. You can find those things now. And if you do buy things from time to time and you get rewards points, then you can use those reward points for free food as well. So you can keep that in mind as well. But there are places you can go with, you can find free food. Some restaurants, I don't know if they do it anymore. Some of them do. Some of them give out the extras they have at the end of the day. I think there was a thing that used to do that. But you'd have to ask around and find out which ones do that. All right. Next is okay.
Yes, it is.
Yep. I make granola out of oatmeal.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
I'm not a big fan of oatmeal like on the stove. Though I did find I tend to like savory oatmeal better than sweet when it's on the stove. But if it's not, I like overnight oats. Love overnight oats.
Yep.
Eat store samples and that's meal. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people do it.
They'll hit up like Sam's
and
Club or
Costco
Costco or somewhere like that. And
absolutely.
They go when they visit Dawn from Sensible Living with Money Mom and let her.
That's right.
Yeah. You prefer mayo from home over wet? Over Chick-fil-A sauce? I'm not sure. I may have missed something somewhere. I ate Costco samples. See?
Yep.
Those little packets. Oh, in the restaurants.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
The next one is dumpster dive for free food. I've never done that. Dumpster diving is when you go to various dumpsters and dig around until you find a treasure. I was first introduced to dumpster diving for free food on Extreme Cheapskates. But I actually know a few people who do this and find great deals. Okay.
She was talking about over the Chick-fil-A sauce.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I love Chick-fil-A sauce. Joel doesn't care about it. But
nah.
I think it's really good. But I don't eat like there that often. So that's one of the reasons. Because I like the Chick-fil-A sauce. I know. Wouldn't it be? I would be like,
yeah.
Okay. Dumpster diving for free food. I have concerns about that.
Yeah, I know what goes into our dumpster. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, and the thing is, okay, so if somebody in the store gets something out of one of the refrigerators or the freezers and then gets halfway through the store and they're over in the regular pantry staples area and they go, oh, you know what? I shouldn't get that. And they just set it there, which they shouldn't, but they do. They set it right there. Which then causes Joel to sing one of these things just doesn't belong here. One of these things is exactly the same. Yeah. Okay, anyway, but if that's been sitting there, okay, the employee comes by and they throw it in the garbage and it ends up in the dumpster. We don't know how long it's been sitting on that shelf out of refrigeration before it ended up in the dumpster. Yeah. And what's that cause? I mean, he has taken food safety, and food safety protocol would say that if it's been out of refrigeration for how long?
2 hours, more than an hour or two.
More than an hour or two, it's not safe to eat anymore.
Yep.
So that would be the concern, is you might be picking up something spoiled, you know, as far as things that are refrigerated goes. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Food poisoning. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can definitely get that.
See what all we missed. What furniture? Okay. No. Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha. These are the clearance items I buy. Those are the clearance items I buy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Food poisoning.
Yep.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, just from his experience with having to take food safety protocol for the restaurant, he would never be okay with that. But he'd be like, no. So you don't know how long it's been out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one is eat roadkill. Never done that. I will say this: back in 2000 and something, on my way to work one morning, I hit a deer. It was actually Sunday morning. I was on my way to church, but that was also work. So I hit a deer with my car. The deer was laying out by the road, and I turned around and got the car back home, and then Christy was taking me back to the church, and by the time we got back to where I hit the deer was gone. Somebody had picked it up and taken with them. And they do that a lot in Tennessee. So
yeah,
as far as especially deer, things like that. But yeah, some people do eat roadkill. I've never done that.
Yeah, I have. I grew up in poverty. Yeah, I've had some squirrel and some interesting birds and stuff, and things that had a really gamey taste to them.
Mm-hmm.
So,
sure.
Yeah. But they didn't do that often. That was a very rare thing. And it was more when we visited one of my uncles. One of my uncles was like, he must have been like Eddie from National Lampoon's Vacation movies type of guy, because he had all the roadkill and everything.
Yeah.
So
the next one is eat peanut butter and jelly for 5 days straight. I guess that's a way to do it. They took a trip and
yeah,
ate peanut butter and jelly for 5 days straight.
They did have bananas too, it looks like.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's not all that weird, I don't think.
Nah.
Yeah. Take leftover catering home.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, usually anytime we've ever been to a party, as soon as the party was over,
here, take this, take this, take
everybody
this, take
takes
this. Yeah. Everybody takes some stuff with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a thing. Think about even the smallest purchases. Yep. Yeah. I mean, that's something you should do. Think about all the things the things you buy before you buy them.
Oh no. Bless your heart.
Oh no.
I love peanut butter.
I do not.
That would be sad.
Let's see. Stop using paper towels.
That's not a strange one.
Yeah, not really strange. We do that sometimes. We still have paper towels. We don't use them as much as we used to.
We go through about one roll a month. We have that, like, we buy a 15 roll pack from Sam's Club like every 15 months. We'll have to go and get another one. That's how we know it's about one per month.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's the only thing that we still use it for really is when there's grease in a skillet or something. I just want to paper towel like going. Yep. But we got like napkins for eating and stuff like that, so that's why we don't use them that fast.
Sure. Start fasting. Okay, I guess that's one way to cut down your food budget. I incorporated fasting and combined macro-rich, dense foods into 1 to 2 meals to save money at the store.
Yeah, okay. I mean, as long as you're still getting in your nutrients and you're not starving yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Watered down box juices. I've watered down the box juices to make them last longer while my family slept and swapped out the branded cereal for the no brand cereal. Just dropped it into the old box so they wouldn't know. I am not ashamed. That's not a bad idea. You could do that as well.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. What they don't know.
That's right.
Because kids are so finicky. I don't know if they were talking about children, but children are finicky. They think certain things, and if they think they are still getting the fancy cereal,
Yep.
Agreed.
They do have a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
The next one is super glue is your friend. This past summer, the sole of my sandals was falling off, so I super glued it back on. They lasted until August when sandals went on sale. It's not a bad idea. You can do that.
Yep.
It's better than the Scotch tape we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Mentioned earlier up there. Well, however you go in the video. Rewind. Back to that.
Wow. Showing his age.
That's right. So yeah, that is something you can do as well. Our resort jobs have their perks. My husband and I used to be resort cleaners at a time when neither of us could find other jobs. We'd take our oldest son with us to avoid paying daycare. If there was any food left in the resort from fridges, we would take it home. If the last guest hadn't used their supplied toiletries, we would take them home once we scored an expensive unopened bottle of wine. There you go. And some people, when they leave a resort or leave a hotel room, especially we see this a lot at Disney. We don't see it. We see it on like our Facebook groups we're in.
Yeah, pass holders group.
They leave stuff outside the door for people to pick up, or sometimes they give it to the hospitality staff. So, or they leave it there for them with a note that they can take it. So, that's a thing that you can do as well.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm not sure I understand. I'm not sure that works that way. Okay. They bought 14 packages of Mentos orange mints because gas points minus an extra 40 cents equaled an extra 40 cents off per gallon.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Spend money on parking to get free food.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Spending money on parking to get free food. I don't know if that's a thing around here.
Many years ago in the UK, we used to buy wait a minute.
Oh, sorry.
An hour's parking for £70.
Yeah.
We don't even have a car to get a voucher to buy one, get one free on McDonald's. We've saved a fortune over time. Yeah, I guess is that P pounds?
I think so.
70p?
I don't know. No, pounds will be the little.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. So I don't know what
they spent 70 something.
They spent 70 something on parking.
They get a voucher to buy one, get one free on McDonald's.
Might be a deal.
Yeah. That's right.
That doesn't sound wrong. Okay. All right. Do you want to do any more?
No, those are the only ones left.
Okay, there is a few more, and like we said, we did leave the article linked in the description. So if you want to see the rest of them, you can. We did hit some of the weirdest ones.
Yeah, we did.
Of course.
All right, so drop us those comments. Keep dropping those comments and let us know if you would do any of those things. If you're watching on the replay, drop us some comments in the comment section below and let us know if you would do any of those things, or maybe some of the weird things that you've done to save money. We'd love to hear those as well. Drop those in the comments. We would love that. Let's see. To get on food costs, grow some produce at home. Yep, you can do that as well. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I like that.
That's right. All right, so thanks for joining us today, guys. We appreciate it. Thanks for being lively in the chat today.
Yep.
That's been a good thing. We appreciate that as well. You guys have been a very talkative group today.
Yeah. Again, we do want to note, like we did at the very beginning, that with our little Minnie being born in March, and also we won't know until a few days from now, but we may have to be on the hunt for a new apartment in March as well.
Yep.
So if I get to the point where I'm falling behind on editing, we may do some things as live streams.
That's right.
So hope you don't mind that.
And if you hadn't already, give us that little thumbs up. Really helps out the channel. We appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for being here today. But that's going to do it today for the long run with Joel and Christy. I'm Joel.
And I'm Christy.
Don't forget it's the long run. Give yourself a little grace.
Bye. Thanks, Sam. Bye, guys. She said press like.